Right now this switch here that we added is not doing anything. We can't change its state to be on or off here, and we want to use that to turn off the remote. So if I'm not interested in that particular endpoint, I can turn it off and not worry about it. And how do we do that? Well, we need to go to the remote view and look for the switch that we added, which is here. And in order to enable that switch, we need only to add the V model here, and we'll attach that to the remote itself, and we'll add a flag here, which is going to be called monitoring. As soon as we add the model here, then you'll notice, and the app reloads, you'll notice that we are able to turn on and off that switch. Okay? So I'm going to add a color here. This is Beautify, and we'll make that primary. Finally, so we can hook some logic to this remote and toggle the monitoring on or off. We want to add an event handler. We'll attach it to the change event, and we'll call it toggle monitor. Okay, so this is going to be a method that we want to add here. And toggle monitor will do the following. We'll check if that flag we just set is in a truthy value, and if that's the case, then we'll be creating the monitor. So we'll call that method we define on the mixin. Otherwise, we'll destroy the monitor. Okay, so something else we want to do, if we're not monitoring, we want to remember we have the this.current state, or current status. We want to set that to be a neutral status as well. So when we turn it off, we have the gray icon here for the little warning sign. And so let's see how that works. I'm going to reload the app, and you'll notice that we are still creating the monitor here, and we are still getting these logs for the error when it happens. The reason for that is, if we recall, on the mixin, the created hook that we have here is actually creating the monitor every time, and all we need to do here is to add a check here that we are having that flag turned on. Then we should monitor. By default, the monitoring flag is not present, so which means I'm going to reload the app so we can start fresh. If it's undefined, then it will be a falsy value, which means we won't enter here, and hence the monitor will not be created, and we won't get any errors or messages that we were able to connect here. So that part is working. Then we want to turn the monitor on, or the remote on. You'll see down here on the console that the monitor was created, and then some messages are appearing here. So no functionality changed on that part. We can turn on that service here, and you'll see that the icon changed here. So that looks good, and let's now turn it off, and we should expect that no further messages are being logged down here. If we give it a second, then you'll see we don't have any more messages unless I turn the remote on. You'll see it was created, and then it started pinging. and updating, logging again the same message. Great, so that worked.